Do you remember that one video that I made at Christmas?
I really want to see her, and I think she wants to see me, and I might just, for the lols, fly to France.
Yep, so basically I'm doing the same thing again. And I'm gonna visit Camille. I tell you, it is way too early. It is not even 6 AM. Or in other words, 10 hours before I'm gonna see my girlfriend again. Things I do just to see her. I hope I can sleep. I don't think I can. I hope I can sleep. So, I really missed her in the first week, like after she was gone, when I was in Edinburgh. I really missed her. But then, I booked a flight. And it got better. And today, I'm gonna take that flight. Now the problem is that Austria has poor international connections, like flight connections. And if there are some, then they're expensive. So, we're gonna go to Italy. 7 hours until I see Camille again. And the bus journey might be quicker than expected, like shorter than expected. Like, we didn't even have to go to Udine. Because the bus is pretty much empty. 6 hours until I see Camille. Welcome to Venice. I've been here before once on a school trip. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing Camille again. Like, really looking forward to that. Now you might ask yourself, why am I going through the effort of traveling all the way to France just to see that one girl? I mean, there are plenty of nice girls in Austria, right? But even if I would find a girl with the same qualities as Camille has, it's still that with Camille I have history. I have like common experiences, and she knows me by now. And yes, you can say it's only been a year. And yes, you can say you can build up experience with another person. But for that, I would have to find someone who is as awesome as Camille. And that's just gonna be tough. Now, what are said qualities that I like so much about her? First of all, she is incredibly smart. Even if she will not admit it, but she is. I think you see that best if you discuss something with her. And it was often the case that was just like, damn, I'm out of arguments. She's so good at that. Might be a different thing, she knows how to argue, but it falls in the same category, really. Because there are just some people who just, you can't talk to them, just you know what they're gonna say, it's just gonna be stupid. Not the case with her. Also, she's a very sporty person. And that is nice. Because usually sporty people are more attractive, simply because by doing sport you train your body. And that is good for the mind and the body and me. So I have something to touch or something, I don't know. I don't know, but if a girl can run, that I find pretty attractive. Also if she can dance. I don't know if she can do that though, but if a girl can run, that's a sign for should keep her. Then of course she fulfills my basic criteria, which is she doesn't smoke and has boobs. That is basic criteria. Everything else is a no-go. And she's in my age, that might as well be whatever. She also doesn't drink too heavily or do drugs or any excessive compulsive behavior thingies. We just have similar interests, which is nice. I mean, why would we end up doing so many things together? And she's not a girly girl. I mean, she's better in maths than me, so that says something. We're both not a big fan of, you know, gender differences. So if she wants to be a boy, she can be a boy, whatever. A typical girly girl would, you know, do things like shopping and buy a gazillion pairs of shoes and those kind of things. Cammy's not one of them. That's what I like. I mean, yes, she's a girl and she sees herself as a girl, but she doesn't act like the typical bitch. Maybe related to that, Camille is not complicated. She doesn't complain well, she does complain a lot, but she doesn't complain about things that I do. I mean, everybody makes mistakes, and especially I make mistakes. And Camille is one of those people who can deal with that pretty well. I think that's why it's going so well between us. Because she's just... If I explain to her why I did stupid things, then she's usually very accepting. That's a great quality that I need in a girlfriend, really. But probably the most important thing is that we have a similar sense of humor. She enjoys my jokes, even if they were not thought of as jokes, but just as a statement. And she also knows how to make me laugh. If she sees something and she recognizes my humor. Now, I'm not saying that we have the exact same humor, because we don't, but she recognizes which things I find funny and thus can adjust to that and just make the jokes that I find funny. Does that make sense? And that's a skill. I don't think that I have this skill because I don't prepare my jokes for her. Most of the things she just finds funny. So, yeah. At some point I should maybe go back. Nah. She also doesn't really care too much about how I look, which, you know, for me is handy, because that makes my life just a lot easier. Not having to bother about my outfits and whatever. I feel like she does understand more things about the world than me. For instance, arts, at least to some degree. But on the other hand, she's not an arts person. Another thing I love about her is that she likes to be in my videos. Not just that she accepts them, but that she actually wants to join in sometimes. And that's so cool, because that just makes my vlogging so much nicer. And yeah, I like that. Most people are not like that. Oh, but now it's only 5 hours until I see her again. Yes. Also, did I ever mention that I find her pretty? I might have implied it the basic criteria. But yes, I do find her attractive. Otherwise, well, basic criteria, if I wouldn't find her attractive, I would not be in a relationship with her. Just thought I might point it out again, because otherwise people might think that I don't find her attractive, and that is just not the case. But I think that might also come with time. As a habit of seeing them a lot, you might start to like their face. So that might be their reason. She's also more of a cat person than a dog person, which also fits me well. But that's more, now we're more talking about whatever comes to mind and not the important stuff. I could totally be in a relationship with a dogs person. She also likes to do stuff like me and not just sit around and do nothing. I mean, with her it's super easy to persuade her to come with you to some place. Hey, wanna fly to Italy? Let's go visit Venice. I'm pretty sure she would be in. If she wouldn't have university to attend, she would totally follow me here. But yeah, it's really not so hard to get her to do stuff, which is nice. Because we need action in our lives. Now, this is not a complete list of things that I like about her, because some of the things I just don't remember, and other things I just can't say. So yeah, just imagine that there are more things. Yeah. The point is that I really like her, and I would be sad if that would be over with her. I mean, I could even imagine having a family with her someday. But even today, if I were to accidentally get someone pregnant, then I wish it was her. Sorry, Camille, but I choose you. Yeah. I feel like with her I could make it work. Not like I intend to do that. I mean, it's not even been a year that I know her. So I can't tell if it's gonna work out or not. I think my main problem is that it's not sure if our paths will ever cross again on a living situation point of view, because I don't see myself living in France and she will probably work there. So it's gonna be tough. You know, if you want to have a family, which I do at some point, not necessarily in the next 5 years, but at some point, then living together, or at least close, is a handy thing, almost a requirement. How are you supposed to make babies? Well, no, that's not that making is not the problem. How are you supposed to raise them? And that's why it might not work out in the end. So much like Venice, I want to enjoy it as long as I still have it. Venice will be underwater in a few years. I might break up with Camille in a few years or days. You never know. So you need to enjoy it as long as you have it. And you can only really enjoy it if you're there. So that's why I'm in Venice. That's why I'm going to Toulouse. Alright, let's go catch that bus. I hope that you like this form of vlogging better. Because pure travel vlogs, I saw that it's just not good enough for you guys. You're just not interested enough in what I'm doing. But if I tell you a story, which I think personally this is a very interesting story, the story of me and Camille, because I don't know the end, it's an open-ended story for now. As I said, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I want to live it now. So I hope that by telling you a bit while walking around in Venice, this whole thing is a lot more viewable and a lot more enjoyable to watch. Now, before I leave Venice, there's one more important thing that I should probably mention that my partner needs to have, that Camille has. She likes me as well. Even if the person has all the other things, if they don't like me, it's useless. And I feel like Camille likes me. She tells me, she makes me feel like it. So I believe her that one. There it comes. I'm perfectly in time here at the airport.
Marco Polo.
That looks nice. 3 hours until I'll see Camille. Maybe a bit more because my flight is delayed. 2 more hours! Looks overslept. Now it's just 1 more hour. Now definitely less than an hour. But still a few minutes. My timing was a bit off, but who can expect those cues? And here she is! And you will see more of her tomorrow. Make your backup!